Hey everybody, this is Mark with Backyard Cooking with M&B. Mark, Becky's on the recorder. We are going to be cooking some baby back ribs on the pellet smoker today. We got a new Pit Boss pellet smoker and we used it the other night and we cooked some Cornish hens on it. It turned out really well. So we're going to go ahead and do the ribs on it. It's the first time doing ribs, and we're going to go ahead and get started with that. But the first thing we got to do is we washed off the ribs, we patted them dry, and want to take this back membrane off. If you don't take the back membrane off, your ribs are going to be tough. So it's very important to take those off. So let's just get started with that. I seen a lady do this the other day. She started in the middle. My question is if I'm going to be able to get my fingers under there to do that. Kind of get your fingers underneath it, get to the middle of it, pull it. Now let's see if I can just pull it off. There's one. And let's go ahead and get the other one. It does, doesn't it? Just got to get it started. It's kind of slippery. Okay, we're going to have to use a paper towel on this one. My hands done got slippery. So, still pick it up with the paper towel. Run your fingers underneath it. And pull. And there it is. Much easier. Right, we've got them patted dry. We've got the membrane taken off the back, and now we're going to season them. I like to use the Woody's barbecue dry rub. We really like this rub. Works out really well, but you can use any rub that you want. You can make your own rub. Just anything that you would like to put on the ribs as you cook them. I always start with a binder, which is mustard. Some people use it, some people don't. But I like to use it because it helps the seasoning stick to the ribs. So let's go ahead and get started with this. It doesn't have really any flavor. It doesn't add any flavor. The mustard don't. But it just acts as a binder to be able to help your rub stick to the ribs. I always do both sides. All right. I use plenty of it. I like a lot of rub. You just put whatever preference you want. But I cover the whole rib. To me, it just adds deeper flavor. I'm doing this left-handed and I'm right-handed. It's good to pat it in. Don't rub it in. Just pat your seasoning in. pat that into the meat. Now I like to let my rubs sit for a little while. What happens is it sits in the meat and it draws out that moisture and it just soaks into the meat better. So I usually let them sit anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes, just depending on what they look like after 15 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and get the pit smoker ready, and we'll be back when we're ready to put them on the grill. All right, we've got the pellet smoker going. This is my new Pit Boss, something to add to the arsenal. Like I said, we cooked on it the other night. We really liked it. So anyway, I've got my temperature set at 300 degrees. They tell you to put it up to 300 degrees or 350 on high heat. That way it cooks off all of the old contaminants that was, from the previous cook. So we've done that. It's warming up good. So what I'm going to do is turn my temperature down to 250. That's the temperature that I'm going to run this to cook the ribs. All right, we're going to go inside and check on the ribs here in just a minute, just to see how the seasoning's holding up. The pellets that I'm using are the competition blend. First time I've used these, but they say that it's best. This is what competitors use for it. So anyway, this is what we're going to use today. So anyway, we'll be right back. All right, we're out. We're ready to put the ribs on the griller, and right now I'm running temperatures running at like 285. I've got it set for 250. It's just fluctuating in between. There are some P settings that are on that I'm still learning how to set. It comes default with P4, but just going to play with it a little bit more. They tell you can set those P settings, and those temperature ranges will actually fluctuate better than what they are now. So anyway, let's go ahead and just get these ribs on. Rib number one. And rib number two. Go ahead and get my temperature gauge, put it in. Got a little extra here for me. Some bratwurst sausages. There it is. And we're going to come back out in about an hour and check on these. So we'll see you in about an hour. It's been about an hour. We're back. We're going to check the ribs, see how they're coming along. Spray a little apple juice on it. Some people like to use apple cider vinegar with apple juice, and they mix it. But I like to use just straight apple juice. Don't care much for the vinegary taste, but you mix it how you want. So let's go ahead and check the ribs. Ooh, they're looking real good. Just to keep them moist. They're already looking good. We're already starting to get drawback on them bones, and that's what we want to see. So, all right, we'll be back out in an hour and we'll check on it. All right, this has been going for about 2 hours. We're going to go ahead and pull it off the pellet grill, and we're going to go ahead and wrap them, and then we're going to cook them for either an hour to 2 more hours. So let's go ahead and look at them now and see what they look like. Oh yeah, them are looking real good. Got some good pullback on the bones.
Smells good too.
All right, we're gonna wrap these in aluminum foil. You can use whatever you want to in the aluminum foil. I put a little bit more spice in them. We're gonna try a little bit of brown sugar, some apple juice. You can put how much sweet you want into it. We don't. We kind of like ours dry, so that's what we're going to do with them. So bear with me while I wrap these up. Wrap mine, turn it over. I want to add just a little bit more sauce, a little bit more rub. Okay, now all I'm putting on here, we're putting a little brown sugar, applesauce, and a little bit more of the dry rub. Juice, not applesauce, I'm sorry. All right, let's wrap this. All right, let's go for the next one. I like to spray a little bit of apple juice down first. Yep. A little bit more rub. And some more apple juice. Not sauce, but apple juice. Okay, this one I'm not going to put the brown sugar on. It's the first time we've tried the brown sugar. We're just going to try that. Now you could put honey in this if you want, or just whatever you want to put in it. But like I said, I like mine dry. So all right. These are ready to go back out on the smoke or on the pellet grill. These sausages are just about done. So I'll go ahead and take this out. And we'll be back in about an hour. Pull them off and open them up and look and see how they look. It's hot. All right, we're done. The cook is finally done. That took about 5.5 hours. We put it out on the grill and we smoked it for about 2 hours. Then we pulled it off the grill and we wrapped it for 2 hours and took it out of the wrap, put it back on the grill to let it dry up a little bit, and I guess about 30 minutes we left it out there. So the total cook time was about 4.5 hours, I guess. So, and this is the finished product. They look really good, and we definitely want to try them. So I'm going to cut one of these. They're just falling apart. That just slices right through it. I was just pulling it. So I guess I need to get a sharper knife. Cutting board. There's the finished product. It's just falling apart. So, and that's the way we like them. Some people don't like them to fall apart. We like them just to fall off the bone or just be able to grab the bone and pull it out. So I suggested if you want it to be a little bit more firmer, maybe not cook it quite as long. Maybe on that last time inside the foil, maybe only do an hour to an hour and a half, just depending on how you like it. But we like them to when you pick it up, they just fall off the bone. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Definitely like and subscribe. And we will see you next time.